Hi again. This is a short video that will serve the purpose of explaining the final paper that will be due on Friday of the last week. And I'm just basically going through the requirements. There is a rubric and also a final assignment guideline sheet that have been posted in Moodle under a folder for the final paper. Just a couple of thoughts first about the final paper. It is a requirement of all VUSM 100 students, no matter what section you're in. Everybody has to do this final paper. The basic requirements are that it is 5 to 8 pages long. That would be double spaced, 12-point font, 1-inch margins. That it's going to be at least 20% of your grade. In this course it will be. That you must cite a number of different times the common Franciscan values, traditions text, which is the Gali text, Francis of Assisi and his world. And then you also have to look at it or analyze it under the lens in which your section is. Of course, the lens of this specific section is relative to business/marketing. Of course, you don't have to be a business or a marketing student, and that's not the purpose. It's to look at the Franciscan values that we've learned throughout the course: hospitality, service, stewardship, integrity, and contemplation, and how those might align in the modern world to, let's say, business and or some marketing practices. And we've gone through every week cases relative to that, where you've kind of looked at that, and then also looked at specifically some of the course-specific ideas brought up by St. Francis of Assisi, a historical figure from the Middle Ages of the town of Assisi, and of course St. Clare of Assisi as well, which is of course how the Franciscan University here at Viterbo was formed by the FSP, or the Sisters of Perpetual Adoration. So with that, specifically to the paper, I would set it up basically into 5 sections. Section 1 would be the introduction, and then section 2, 3, and 4 would be those that you see in your final assignment and rubric, and then section 5 would be the conclusion. Remembering when you write that you should try to make every paragraph be strategic in nature, in that it fits something that is called the MEAL writing program, MEAL, MEAL. So every paragraph should have a main idea. It should have some evidence provided in that paragraph, then some analysis, and then a link to the next paragraph or to the thesis. And so every paragraph you should look at and say, does this have a main idea? Does it have evidence? Does it have analysis? And does it have a link? Knowing that most paragraphs are between 4 and 8 or so sentences, depending upon the nature of the paragraph. So I would set it up that way, especially having a strong introductory paragraph where you are setting up the purpose of the paper. The purpose of the paper is to analyze the life of St. Francis, the Franciscan values, the 5 Franciscan values, and its relationship to marketing. So you would basically tell a story of what the paper is going to be about moving forward in that first paragraph. And then, of course, the next section would be section 1, which is on your final assignment guide and rubric. What key values arise from the section-specific content of this course? So what values have we talked about related to /business marketing? And we've talked enough in our examples and cases and discussions about relationship marketing and organizations that fulfill the wants and needs of the customer. You easily could link hospitality to that. You easily could link contemplation to that, because contemplation goes to innovation. Innovation helps serve the customer better and their wants and needs. You easily could link servant leadership to that, and of course integrity. You could link to marketing and doing things, treating your customers as you would be treated, kind of the golden rule. So if you think about every case that we have done, it's been related to one of the Franciscan values. So I'd go back and look at that as you form section 1. Section 2 would be that linking to the Franciscan values. Section 1 is just the values in and of itself in marketing. Section 2 is the values linked to the ones that you explained in Section 1. And then Section 3 would be how your personal values, whatever those are, no right or wrong answer, but how your personal values align with the 5 values, the 5 Franciscan values of hospitality, integrity, service, contemplation, and stewardship. So within that, your paper, minimum 5 pages, maximum 8 pages, and you basically have an outline. That outline is given to you in the form of the guidelines for the final assignment, which is basically the same thing as the rubric with the points attached to it. And to ensure that you are framing it properly, if you would like, send me your introductory paragraph, and I'd be more than happy to review it and say that you're on the right track or the wrong track as a framework for the remainder of your paper. So make sure you go to the Moodle site under the folder for the final paper to find those documents.